Hello everyone! In this video, I've prepared for you a breakdown of a game between two champions, the reigning chess king Ding Liren and the great Magnus Carlsen. After Magnus declined to defend his title, it was Ding Liren who took the crown, but Carlsen still remains the undisputed world number one. This game was played at the Norway Chess Tournament with classical time control. Plenty of time to think. Magnus plays with the white pieces, Ding with the black pieces. Magnus starts as flexibly as possible. Knight f3, Ding grabs space with d5, white answers g3. Magnus seems to let Ding roam free in the center. Black develops the knight to f6, fianchettos the bishop, and seizes the center with a powerful c5. Magnus simply finishes developing his king side and tucks his king away. Black answers a 6, also preparing to castle. And here Magnus plays c4, offering a pawn sacrifice. But Ding notices that he can just bypass it and pushes d4, cramping white's position. To defend this pawn, black develops the knight to c6. Magnus trades on d4, and after the move d3, we get a Benoni defense structure for white on the board. Funny enough, Benoni translates to son of my sorrow, and someone in this game is definitely going to be sorrowful. Black finishes development and castles, and here Magnus starts executing his plan. He plays knight g5 with the idea of maneuvering the knight to e4. Ding Liren proactively retreats his bishop to e7. White continues aggressively. F4, black answers rook b8, stepping out of the x-ray of white's strong bishop. And after queen e2, they play queen c7, preparing a breakthrough on the queen side. Magnus doesn't waste a second and throws his kingside pawns into the battle. g4, white's goal is to deliver checkmate. Black's goal is to develop an initiative on the left. After trading pawns on c4, black makes a great move, rook b6, bringing the rook into the game along the 6th rank. And Magnus activates his knight, knight d4, offering a trade. The knights are traded on f6, leaving white with a gorgeous knight on e4. Black develops the bishop to b7, but Magnus already starts breaking through, f5, threatening a devastating f6. Black takes on f5 and places their knight on e5. Magnus answers bishop f4, pinning the knight, and black makes the best move in the position, f6. It solidifies the knight, but critically weakens the light square diagonal around their king. Black trades their bishop for the e4 knight, and after the queen recapture, places the bishop on d6. The position is heating up. Magnus plays king h1, creating a threat to capture the weak d4 pawn. Black has to play queen c5 to defend it. Magnus maneuvers his bishop to g3 and then to f2. Ding tries to cement the center by playing bishop e5. And here Magnus strikes at the weakened light squares. Bishop e4. Check. The black king is forced to retreat to h8, and the white queen suddenly flies out to h5. Magnus abandons the d4 pawn and switches to a direct hunt for the black king. Ding urgently swings his queen over to f8 to help his monarch. And right here comes the climax. Magnus brings the rook up via a rook lift to the 4th rank. Rook o4. The reigning world champion Ding Liren gets completely lost in space and time. In this incredibly tough position, he takes his rook and plays rook b2. The rook goes after some pathetic a2 pawn, blundering a crazy threat. Friends, pause the video and try to find the winning move for Magnus Carlsen. Magnus plays queen h7. Check. A brilliant queen sacrifice. And here Ding Liren admitted his defeat. Capturing the queen with the king is followed by rook h4. Checkmate. The most striking thing in the video is Magnus's reaction. It's as if he's simply embarrassed to beat the world champion in such a manner. But how should Black have played? After the rook e4 move, the only saving grace was h6. The computer here actually prefers Black. White's attack fizzles out and the position holds, but the game is already history. Carlsen's queen sacrifice decided the outcome of the battle, and that's how even a world champion can blunder a mate in two in a classical game. Thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this game breakdown, support the channel, and see you soon. Subscribe to support my work. It would mean a lot to me.